Hello, Video Bloggins here. Just checking in for the day. I haven't really done much filming today. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I mean, it's not been a particularly interesting day, to be fair. I don't know if I'm coming down with something or not, or what, but I just felt tired and a little bit low on energy, so I don't know if I'm I could be coming down with something, I don't know. Yeah, I had a German lesson with my aunt today. What did we do today? We're just finished simple past tense and looking at all the different regular verbs and irregular verbs, and yeah, I just trying to wrap my brain around it. I think I don't know. Every time I think German has silly rules or whatever, I'm reminded that so does English. Really, every time we sort of think about the different rules of German versus different rules of English, there's always a few that don't always have any logic or make that much sense. I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head, but yeah, there are plenty of plenty of things in English that you don't really think about as a native English speaker, but then when you try to imagine what a non-native English speaker would think, English just makes less and less sense. But yeah, it's something you don't really think about, because when you're learning English as a native English speaker, you not actively learning it, you kind of learn English by osmosis rather than actually think about the actual structure of it, if that makes sense. Because I mean, when I think about learning English at school at GCSE or whatever, I don't know. I just think I'm trying to remember what we actually I don't know. What did we actually learn in school in English? I know for English literature I had to do Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. And yeah, I just remember thinking that is a very boring book. I mean, the plot for Old Man in the Sea is that an old man goes out to sea to catch a fish. He catches a big fish, he ties it to his boat, and the fish gets eaten before he can get back to shore. And so he just arrives back on shore with the skeleton of the fish and nothing to sell. Is basically the Cliff Notes version, or the short version of Old Man in the Sea. It's yeah, and I think I vaguely remember a big portion of the middle of the book is just him sat in his boat talking to himself about not a lot. So safe to say, it's not my cup of tea. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but when growing up, when we were learning languages, I don't think we really learnt like the mechanics of the language and how it worked. If that makes, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like we were given, I don't know, particularly foreign languages. It just feels like we were given a bunch of words and phrases to kind of parrot at each other, or to parrot at native speakers in the hope that they would respond in a way that we could understand. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Long story short is that they don't teach languages very well in this country, which is a shame, because learning another language is a useful tool, or I think it's a useful tool anyway, which probably didn't think much of when I was younger. I don't know. I don't remember being very interested in languages growing up, but I don't know. Now that I'm a little bit older, I can appreciate being able to communicate with people in other languages. Yeah, I probably yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that 20 years ago when I was in school doing GCSE French. Not that I can remember too much of my French from GCSE. I can understand a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, I've been doing Duolingo for like almost 5 years now, I think. I've been doing German the whole time, and I've kind of dipped my toes into other languages, and yeah, some of them are quite interesting. Some of them are very different. But yeah, I don't know. Again, Duolingo is not a perfect. It's good because it gamifies language learning, and it tries to make it a bit fun, but it's not. It's definitely not. It's not a perfect way to learn language. I don't know. Is there a perfect way to learn language? I suppose the best way to learn language is go to a country and. In a perfect world, I suppose you'd go to a country of your target language and live there for a while. If you had the resources to be able to pull that off, you probably wouldn't be using Duolingo. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to have the opportunity to go to Germany and spend some time there, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there is I don't know what the perfect way to. Well, I suppose I don't know what the alternative is to learning a language other than immersing yourself in it, I suppose, and trying to avoid using your native language as a crutch even. Like I have conversations with my aunt in German, or attempt to anyway, and she's a lot more fluent than I am, and I understand like most of what she's saying. I understand like a good 95%, maybe even a bit more of what she's saying, but when I try and speak back, it's very I don't know if there's a German equivalent of Pidgin English, but it's very broken and comes in bits and pieces, and it's not always the right tense or in the right order or anything like that. But I think she gets the gist of what I'm trying to say. Or she's polite enough to pretend that she knows what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, I think my speaking's improving. Always fairly comfortable at understanding German when I when I read it or when I hear it being spoken. I get a pretty decent understanding of it, I suppose. But yeah, and yeah. As for the rest of the day, didn't really get much. Trying to think what we've got on tomorrow. I think I've got a meeting with the supported employment service at some point in the afternoon. I've got a new router coming. I've changed my internet provider, I don't know, last week or the week before. So yeah, got the new router coming. I don't know when the switchover happens from my new provider to from the old one to the new one. So yeah, got to look out for that. Yeah, that's about it really. So yeah, can't think what else to say. It's it's just about gone 11 o'clock at night, so I am going to be going to bed soon-ish. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I think that'll do for now. I shall see you tomorrow. Ta-ta for now.